Hey everyone, Show with Small Pets here. So I'm here with Feeny, partially because all of my other pigs are asleep and I feel like a mom with babies, but that doesn't happen very often, so I didn't want to bug that. Whereas Feeny's very active right now. Surprise! Babies! And because, you know, these babies here have actually part of what inspired the video. The other part, I was talking with Carrie and Abby the other day, and we were talking about one of the most uncomfortable or weird questions, hey baby, that we've been asked as pet tubers is the question, quote, how much did that cost? Or how much do you spend? Not only does it kind of violate the whole 3 questions you never ask a person, one being the other being politics and the other one being religion. But 2, it's just kind of, it's weird. But it got me thinking, because then then these guys were born and people were like, oh my god, I want baby guinea pigs. And I was like, I understand, because I mean, look at them. But it made me kind of go back to the whole impulse buy, and we've talked about that before, so I'm not going to like reiterate. But it got me to thinking, you know what? Babies cost, or guinea pigs cost a lot. And I've talked about this in my, I talked about the cost of a chinchilla in my thinking about getting a chinchilla video, which gets some of the most obscure comments ever. But I thought I should talk to you a little bit about the costs of guinea pigs, just the basic costs. I'm not going to go through my all my items and stuff and be like, this cost me this and this cost me that, because that's useless to you. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you kind of like the bare basics for what a guinea pig needs, because I've been asked by folks who say, you know, I've got a limited budget, so ... or I've only got this amount of money, so ... If you're starting with that as your idea for bringing pets into your life, it's just a terrible plan. I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you. If budgeting is that much of a serious issue, just wait. Wait until it's not to get a pet, because that's not fair to you and it's not fair to the pet. Anyways, so bare basic costs for your guinea pig. First thing you need is a cage. This is the foster cage normally, but we've got a new foster cage set up over there for Feeny, oh Jesus, can you tell I've got too many pigs in my house right now? For Clary. So we use this as like the nursery cage for now, because it's, you know, it's got bars. But you need a basic cage. So for 2 guinea pigs, the minimum is 2x4. So people say that, you know, you can do a CNC cage for about $50 to $60. Not a terrible cost. That includes, so that's coroplast and the cubes. In that though, you need to choose your bedding. So these guys are on Aspen just because they're new, so it's easier to change it because mom pees a lot after, you know, giving birth. But we use fleece because it costs more up front. However, it saves you a heck of a lot in the long run. Fleece liners for a 2x4 I think are $60 roughly. So you need, I would recommend having no less than 3 so you can do rotations, so you're not doing laundry like every couple days. So that's $180 there. However, you'd spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars in the year on bedding if you've got pigs, because just trust me, you don't want to leave it till it gets gross. So that evens out. Or you can buy your own fleece and do that. That's what I did for the first like 6 or 7 months. Totally fine, saves you a ton of money. Then it turns into about $20 max a liner, so not bad at all. Next thing you need to factor in is hay, pellets, and vegetables. I'll give you a quick idea. I'm currently growing, this is not even close to the amount of vegetables I have growing right now. I'll do a whole different video on that. But veggies people forget the veggies. Veggies cost quite a bit, so that adds up. And then you've got your hay. So if you're lucky, you can find a bale that doesn't have Timothy in there. That you can get, that cuts your costs a lot. So if you can find a Timothy bale that doesn't have alfalfa, that's what I meant. It's about $10 a bale max, but a 50-pound box of Oxbow is about $60 something, and that's your best value of bulk, always is. Oxbow pellets, I'm going on Oxbow because I don't buy KMS, because they're just a little out of my price range. But Oxbow for a 25-pound bag is, I think, $30, so it's really not that bad. Obviously, these all increase by how many pigs you have. This is just for 2 pigs. Next thing you need is water, like a water bottle, and a filter for said water. It's very, Abby, or Skinny Pigs 1 definitely pointed that out, because you want to filter out as much calcium as you can. So Brita filter, gotta cut that cost in, and the water bottle. You want a good water bottle. You'll spend more if you buy cheap ones, because they just leak everywhere, and then that ruins your bedding, and it's just an ugly cycle. So I recommend buying either the Super Pet one from, it's All Living Things, sorry, from PetSmart, or the Lixit ones like you've seen in my videos. They cost about $25 a bottle, but they don't break, and they don't leak, so they pay for themselves. Right, girls? Or, sorry, girl and boys. So many boys. The other thing you need is something to keep your hay in. At the moment, I keep, because she's got babies, I just have it on the floor. But most of the time, what she used before she had the babies are hay bags. You want to find something that's safe. Some people use flower planters, which seems like a really cool idea, actually. Other people use mangers. But either way, anywhere from like $4 to $20, depending on where you get them. The next thing you want is some type of hide. Guinea pigs are prey animals. Giving them somewhere safe to go is never something that's extravagant. So this is a basic, hi, sorry baby. So this is a corner curtain from Piggy Pop Shop. That's a basic one. You can also add these underneath. That's a cuddle cup. Highly recommend that kind of thing. I use lots of other cozies, but I thought this was actually a perfect cage to showcase you like the bare basics, because I don't have a lot of extras in here at the moment because I wanted to focus on her babies. The next cool thing, or the next thing you want, is something for her to chew on, or them to chew on. So I've got, it's where willow, loofah, and sisal string all come in. Their teeth grow constantly, so that's why, again, you need lots of hay, because it's 80% of their diet. I'm not getting into that stuff because that's a totally different video. But they need constant access to lots of hay, and they always need things to chew on, because those teeth don't stop growing. And the last thing you want is to have to deal with that. Alright. Did I get everything? Finally, the biggest part, I would say anyway, is a vet. People forget this part when they bring home a small pet. A vet, especially guinea pigs. I've had more vet things going on with guinea pigs than I have any other pet. Granted, I do have more of them, but even before, when I only had hamsters, you're going to want to have either a separate savings account, or a jar that you put money in, or just some section of your bank account that you don't touch for that weird emergency that's going to happen. Can't promise you what it's going to be, but the last thing you want to do is have to try and find an exotic vet, because a dog and a cat vet is not going to look at a guinea pig, or even if they volunteer to, chances are they're going to do it wrong, and that puts your pet at even more risk. Trust me, it's just a nightmare. So, you know, on average in my area of Ontario, you're looking at spending at least $100 just to get your guinea pig seen, and then you've got your medications, any kind of extra tests. You could spend, you know, if they ever need surgery. I never have less than $600 set aside for vets for my pets, ever. Like, I've literally had like $100 in my own bank account, but there's $600 aside for them that I will never touch. That's the most costly thing, obviously. And again, these are just the basics. So if you want to have a bigger cage, like we do, if you want to have more cozies, more toys, more pigs, that amount just goes up exponentially. That's why when everybody's asking, why don't you just keep all 3 babies and put them in a separate cage? Because financially, my other pigs would suffer for it. And that, to me, is my #1 priority, is to make sure that my current pets don't ever suffer at the hands of me getting another one, because that's just selfish. And that's what I want you guys to take away from this, is just, you want guinea pigs, that's awesome. They're fantastic pets. They're wonderfully underrated. But just keep in mind, just because they're little, their expenses are fairly large. And if the startup cost scares you away, just put it off for a while, okay? I hope this wasn't too bambly. I just thought I'd do this while it was fresh in my mind, and while I've got the babies as like a reminder, just because it's cute, don't necessarily do it. But yeah, so if you guys have any extra questions, don't hesitate to ask, because I love hearing from you. You guys know I do. Please, if you have questions, comments, queries, whatever, down there. You can also find me on Instagram all the time, and Facebook. Both links will be in the description below. Instagram's just at Sherwood Small Pets, however that works. And yeah, we'll see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.